Following his return from the UK, Kyagulanyi was asked what he told the British about his stand on the matter of homosexuality.
I took responsibility, and yes, during that interview, I communicated that people grow and transform. And as a leader, I transformed from calling for the death and killing of people that differ from me.
However, he now says his response to the British has been interpreted out of context.
That this issue has been turned from a moral issue to a political issue. The gay issue is used by Museveni's regime to play politics, and it's a political weapon. Now, you remember that he's the one that brought the law in 2014, and then through his proxies like Andrew Mwenda and Fox Odoi, repealed the law again. Now, whenever Museveni sees that he has no popular or political support, he picks up on something that he thinks will build him once again.
The NUP leader insists that misinterpreting his comments is part of a strategy to divert his party members from their strategy of calling for an end to human rights abuse.
As you have noticed, the regime is at crossroads. You saw Madam Wangadia dismissing the issue and also complaining that we have refused to take this issue out of the media, out of public domain. We shall not stop. We want our people back. You also saw that in its desperate attempt to divert us, the regime, through their RDC in Kayunga, paraded a fake Martin Lukwago, claiming that Martin Lukwago, who has been missing for more than a year, had shown up.
Kyagulanyi also welcomed a decision by the US to impose sanctions on the prison's Commissioner General, Dr. Johnson Byabashaija, saying the penalties should be extended to all those behind human rights abuses.
Now, these sanctions, what do they mean? These people steal money, taxpayers' money from Uganda, and they are rich, they invest this money abroad. That's where they go for medical treatment. That's where they take their children for all that they need. And yes, they treat Uganda as a cemetery. But gladly, with these sanctions, they and their families are sanctioned. They are not only blocked from traveling to those countries, but also their wealth is confiscated.
The NUP leaders have condemned Parliament's decision to pass a 3.5 trillion shillings supplementary budget, saying the government had set aside about 55 billion shillings for members of Parliament, which he says is uncalled for. In turn, he warned NUP MPs against picking this money.
In order to pass this supplementary budget. Now imagine 55 billion shillings just going out to members of Parliament as a bribe. I want to use this opportunity to warn our members of Parliament that we know about this and we have broken the news to the population.
However, Parliament spokesperson Chris Obore has rejected Kyagulanyi's assertion as untrue.
They are getting 100 million. From where? Let's spare them some slack, really. I respect Honorable Bobi Wine, but I think it would be better to have a bit of restraint and some bit of research.
Kyagulanyi declined to determine when the party would renew its parliamentary leadership or call elections for grassroots leaders.
First, I want to make it clear that it's not my personal decision. I might be the leader of this organization, but in our organization, it's not about the leader. It's about the leadership. That is a National Executive Committee resolution.